This week...
Hello.
We're in search of the good life.
Oh, my word.
There's Narnia.
And a property that's out of this world.
It looks like something out of a fairy tale.
I mean, Hansel and Gretel got nothing on this.
But of course, reality bites.
You're not feeling it, are you?
As we search high and low.
What we have here, Digi,
It's a pear tree. No partridge at the moment, but I can find you one.
To find a fantasy home.
One of the best that I've seen so far.
I think this potentially could be the one.
This week we've got our work cut out, helping our house hunters find their perfect homes.
I'm casting a very wide net in Hertfordshire, looking for a multi-generational family, all with different requirements.
And I'm with a couple who, after 9 years of renting, say they're ready to put roots down in their beloved North London. Let's hope it all is as easy as it sounds.
It never sounds easy.
It never is easy either.
Sometimes it looks easy.
That is true. My mum always thinks we have a right laugh.
Really? Oh, I must remember to give her a ring.
Sorry, Mum. Historically, London has been one of the best performing property markets in the UK. Prices here have rocketed 68% in the last decade alone.
However, buyers, increasingly priced out of the market, have looked to the commuter hotspots of the home counties to get more bang for their buck, which in turn drives up prices there as well.
So our house hunters need to be ready to step into a very fast-moving market. My pair are teacher Rebecca and dry cleaning business owner Sohail, who are soon to celebrate their 30th wedding anniversary.
We had an arranged marriage. We didn't meet each other until we got engaged, and I wear glasses, and I didn't have my glasses on, so I didn't even see him at our engagement. It was a blur to me, but my friends were there, and they thought he was all right. They said, yeah, he's okay. And then afterwards, he courted me for 9 months before we actually got married.
They currently rent a semi in London's leafy Woodford Green, and as much as they'd like to stay local, they'd need to add a couple of £100,000 to their £350,000 budget if they wanted to buy it.
I love where I'm living. My mum's around the corner. That is very important to me. And yeah.
We can move further.
Well, not too far. Not too far, please. Thank you.
The couple live with son Hamza and daughter Maha. However, their eldest daughter and her partner are often in this busy home too. When everyone was under one roof, buying simply wasn't an option. But with the kids gradually fleeing the nest, it's time to finally find a place to call their own.
The kids are grown up, they're all settled, and we are in this position so that we can at least buy a small property.
Since Hamza got engaged, he kind of spurred us, like, we need to make a base. Mum and Dad, you need to make a base.
They're in search of a place with a quick commute to daughter Maha's London uni, and they're pretty sure Phil's the man for the job.
Phil is like me, I think, clear lines. You know, he knows what he's talking about, what he needs, what is good for us.
I hope they've got the right Phil.
They do indeed, Kirstie. And after more than a year's searching, I think a reality check may be in order.
Do you mind me asking how much you pay in rent? Or do you know what the house is worth?
Must be around
650,000.
600.
You realise you've set yourselves, emotionally, let alone financially, difficult challenge. You'd love to carry on living in Woodford, really, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But that's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
I have a feeling it might not happen.
Let's talk about what you're searching for.
Ideally, a 3-bedroom with a garden. A drive would be great.
I don't want to do it.
He doesn't want to do any work, So just, fairly simple, really.
Well, it can't be that simple, because you haven't found it. What do you think I can do in a couple of days?
You're a magician.
I'm not. You've been watching too much television.
Looks like you might need to conjure up a way to match some big ideas with some very necessary downsizing.
Indeed, because despite their £350,000 budget, I'll need to really push the boundaries of their search area.
They're ideally after a spacious family home with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a garden, and for it all to be in walking condition.
I'm focusing around the edge of North London, in areas I think can deliver on most of those. Waltham Abbey, Barkingside and Loughton.
Meanwhile, I'm in and around Hertfordshire, searching amongst the villages of Smallford, Stone and Ivinghoe, Aston. Sports equipment business owner Digi. has a budget of over £1 million and is on the hunt for a very special family home.
So I live with my daughter, Emily. We're a very active family, from tennis, swimming, jogging, cycling. It's a very outdoor life.
They'll be leaving their Victorian terrace in London's leafy Highgate to find a new home with Digi's mum, Quelan, closer to nature.
I was brought up in Yorkshire, so for 18 years was very familiar with only the countryside. Because of that, there's a feeling in me that I would like my daughter to experience the same. So we've been looking in the Hertfordshire area, around Elstree, because my daughter goes to secondary school next year, and there are a number of good schools that we've identified there.
Not only will Quelan be moving in, but Digi will also be operating her business from this property. That means it will need 2 annexes, but crucial too to this search is future-proofing.
In 2018, I discovered I had a degenerative disc disease called spondylosis. It's a very painful condition, and I manage it today by having 1 to 2 hours of physio and rehab a day. I'd like to have the space to be able to do the rehab outside or inside in winter when the weather isn't suitable.
Digi's condition can affect her mobility and needs to be taken into account on my search. But after 27 years in Highgate, her exclusively online hunt for a 4-bedroom property has so far been fruitless.
I like the pillars.
You like the pillars, you do?
Yeah.
We need Kirstie's help because so far we haven't managed to find anything that's appropriate, and the clock is ticking.
I sometimes think I should have a T-shirt which says, online house hunting is not house hunting.
My agent told me to go online.
Yeah.
And wasn't I lucky that you could see everything online and take your pick? You know, it's almost like
it doesn't.
Online dating. It's
No.
like swipe.
Yes,
swipe,
it doesn't.
swipe.
It's like online dating. You're so right. It's like online
Yeah.
dating.
I've kind of lost hope a bit.
Listen, they're tools. They're useful tools.
Yeah.
It's a home for you and Emily and your mum. It couldn't be more loaded with emotion. But at the same time, you have to be pragmatic.
I am hoping that this next house will be, I think you term it as a forever home.
Yes.
This might be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, particularly with a house hunter who's never been out in the field.
As we search, estate agents have been reporting a surge in city dwellers searching for rural properties, as many ditch the commute and embrace home working. So even with a budget of £1.25 million, Digi's wish list is hard to fulfil.
She wants to be close to good schools, have 4 bedrooms, a granny annex, studio space, and importantly, ease of access.
For both of our house hunts, Phil, there's a lot to digest. Speaking of which,
The downsides of the search, my search being so big, is I don't get to see you.
Oh, how lovely and thoughtful of you. Some would call it an upside, but that's very
No, I would
kind of
never
you.
call it an upside.
Yeah, there is quite a bit of distance, and we have both got quite a lot to do this week.
Yeah, so our search is just too far
yeah,
apart.
time is of the essence.
Sure is. I'm not going to rush the ice cream, though.
First off, I'm taking Rebecca and Sohail to Waltham Abbey. Over the past decade, property prices here have rocketed 50%, but it's an area they've considered before. It would stretch their commutes by about 10 minutes. However, if they want a place that ticks all the boxes, they might just need to compromise.
It's a bit of a brave play, perhaps on my part, for the very first house, to bring you the furthest I'm going to. But I wanted to show you the biggest house to start with.
It's quite deceptive, isn't it, then? Because it looks quite small.
I understand.
ouch, Phil, I felt that.
What is on your mind?
The first thing is access. It's a trek from the street to get to the property.
Was it 5 steps? 6 steps? Let's get inside and see if that does the job.
Sure.
I think the area is making Rebecca look for problems. However, this extended 3-bed Victorian mid-terrace has traditional charm and a modern interior. On the ground floor, the living and reception space flows into the kitchen, perfect for family time or entertaining. And there's also a downstairs bathroom.
Upstairs, there's a spacious master bedroom, as well as 2 more decent-sized bedrooms, so everyone's catered for. Plus, there's an all-important second bathroom.
It's in good walk-in condition and has a guide price of £350,000. That's bang on budget.
This extra reception room, the dining room, is the bit that I'm going to struggle to show you as we move into town. Having everybody together, sat at a table, I thought this was really quite special. You're not feeling it, are you?
No.
Not at all. But you haven't seen it all yet.
I suppose there's something admirable in your persistence, Pip.
Yes, but I'm not sure it's going to pay off.
It's not
It's
bad
a good
size.
sized
It's a good
bedroom.
sized bedroom.
Yeah. It's just very dark, isn't it? There's not a lot of natural light.
Sadly, I don't feel that they've given this house a chance. I hope things might warm up a little bit when they're upstairs and they stop to appreciate that it is 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
I mean, it's a good size. This is definitely a size of bedroom that we were hoping for.
They've got wardrobes as well and chest of drawers,
Yeah.
TV.
They're going to have to make some serious compromises on space to get back closer and save themselves 10 minutes.
Yeah,
In terms
definitely.
of space?
Yeah, space. There's plenty of space inside, actually.
It's going to be tricky, this one.
It looks like the amount of space may be winning them over.
And we're not finished yet, dearest.
I have never, ever, in 25, 30 years of house hunting, seen this.
That's a bit intriguing.
Oh, my word, an allotment.
There's Narnia.
Oh, what a lovely idea. This is lovely. I'm a little bit emotional because it reminds me of my childhood home.
These houses along here share it. The neighbour here I had a long chat with when I first looked at the house. She grows it and they dig together and they sit round there and have drinks of an evening. I mean, it's utterly
Such
joyful.
a community.
It's like a communal...
Proper
area,
community. Oh, my God.
Clearly, this wins the house a lot of points, even with Rebecca. I hope it's enough.
How did you get on upstairs?
The space is OK, but I don't think it sways me on location.
Yeah.
I think that is the problem, and I can't get over that.
We'll move on, no problem.
No ambiguity there, Phil.
No, location is key, so something else is going to have to give.
This week, I'm with Rebecca and Sahil. They're looking for a 3-bed family home close to Woodford Green. Apparently happy to compromise on space, but not on location.
And I'm in Hertfordshire with single mum Digi, daughter Emily, grandma Queenlan and rabbit Pigeon, hoping to quit the London habit for good.
Did you see?
Rabbit Pigeon. It's a rabbit called Pigeon, Phil. Just roll with it.
Rebecca and Sahil are moving from being renters to buyers of a home to satisfy all the family. But my first house didn't hit the mark.
I don't think it sways me on location. That is the problem, and I can't get over that.
Outdoor types Digi and her daughter Emily are ditching London living for the good life in the country. But despite a massive £1.25 million budget, their search for a large rural property has so far been unsuccessful.
We've been looking in the Hertfordshire area, around Elstree. So far, we haven't managed to find anything.
I'm starting my search with Digi just north of Elstree in the village of Smallford, 4 miles from the centre of St Albans. The neighbouring town is a commuter hotspot, thanks to its direct train links to the capital. However, this first property will need some vision.
This is one of the most complicated houses I've ever seen in my personal or professional life.
It looks like something out of a fairy tale.
It is like something out of a fairy tale.
And-
I mean, Hansel and Gretel got nothing on this.
So, yeah, it looks interesting.
I am dazzled by it. This is the first house you're seeing in the flesh.
OK. It's very cute.
Great. Well, let's go round and then I will go through the utterly bizarre list.
OK.
Great first impression, Kirstie. You may have found that needle in a haystack already.
I'll certainly need to be on point to help show off what's on offer here. The property spreads out over a healthy plot, with parts dating back to the 16th century. Where it scores points is that it comes with annexes, one just right for mum and another for Digi's business. The main house has 4 living spaces, with stunning period features.
And upstairs, Digi and Emily can take their pick from the 4 bedrooms.
The house needs some cosmetic work, so I'd be hoping to get a deal. But for now, it's on at the top of Digi's budget at £1.25 million, and given her unique requirements, it's a great find.
It's fascinating. And
Am I going to get lost? It sounds like a maze.
I got lost. I put my bag down and mass panic. I just had no idea where it was. It needs a major refresh. There's no doubt about that.
OK.
The ceilings are very low. It's very, very quaint. It will require money in addition to the asking price, but it doesn't require it immediately because of the fact that there's these two totally separate annexes.
Okay.
Whilst building work was being done in the main house, Digi and Emily could easily move into one of the annex buildings.
The first priority in the main house should be to knock down the wall between the kitchen and dining room to let light flood the space.
Stand in the kitchen door and just put your head back and forward.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
This is the
So that's the wall that can
divides
come down.
the two and then have a bigger
Yes.
space
Yeah.
straight into the conservatory. Yes, I see.
And you really would have...
You're doubling the space,
Yeah.
essentially.
And it would be a lovely kitchen conservatory straight on into the garden.
Digi looks to be sharing your vision.
Go and have a look upstairs.
Lovely, thank you.
I hope so, Pip, and that her bright outlook continues in the bedroom.
Okay, this is the master bedroom. It's nice and light and airy.
I can't pretend I know what Digi is thinking. But I tell you one thing, she seems to be taking all this in her stride, which is quite remarkable.
Oh, wow. Very charming. And a lovely big fireplace. It's amazing.
So good on her. If she goes on like this, we'll find her something.
And I'm not done yet.
Off to you.
Thank you.
The two resident miniature ponies may well move on to pastures new when this house is sold, but if Digi wanted them to stay, that's also an option.
Hello.
And there they are.
I imagine Emily would love them, but Mum would need to love the house too, and I'm not sure she does.
So, is it all a bit much?
Probably.
Right,
Probably, for various reasons. The higgledy-piggledy-ness is the charm,
Yes.
but I don't think that will work, and particularly the stairs going upstairs.
Yeah.
That will become an issue. It's already quite tricky to manipulate. And then there's lots of little steps everywhere. You step over things. The outbuildings, funnily enough, are really good.
You don't want to get a situation where you buy that house and then you're living in the two
compromise.
chalets.
Yes, which at the moment it would be.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely charming.
With work, it would have been a good option, but the charm doesn't outweigh the practicalities.
I'll just need to show her a place that delivers on both.
Back in North London, I'm taking Rebecca and Suhail to Barkingside, which is well within their ideal search area.
The market is moving fast here in what has become an increasingly popular area over the past decade.
So I'm pleased to have found them a place that ticks even more of their boxes. But before I get too excited, there's a slight problem.
Oh dear, this is not good news. I've just arrived at the property to see that, a sold board. About 2 hours ago, an offer was accepted, so it is not available, and I can't search them. I'm now short of a property to show them, and they will be here in a few minutes' time. Great. Lucky Phil.
Now all it can be is a lesson to them and me as to just how quickly this market's moving.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, not very well, as it turns out. I've just turned up,
And it's sold.
which is very, very disappointing, because it's a really good demonstration of what your money buys you, nice and close to the central line. It's very sweet, and it's very nicely done.
So pretty.
It's nice enclosed space as well.
If nothing else, it serves to indicate how fast the market is around here. So I'm really sorry, I really am. We're going to have to find some middle ground, and hope we get lucky tomorrow.
Sure.
Thankfully, that doesn't happen too often. But now I need something just as good to replace it.
I'm hoping for better luck, this time in the village of Waltham Stone. It sits halfway between the county town of Hertford and the much larger Stevenage. The village is home to just a few thousand residents, but has all the amenities you'd expect of a small town.
That is stunning. It's a classic English country church. Reminds me of Yorkshire.
The property is a bit younger than the first one Digi saw, but features more of what she's after. The good links mean there's some noise from the main road, but hopefully nothing that will put her off.
Very, 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 very different.
This impressive bungalow has lots of space, and being on one level is ideal for Digi's access concerns. There's an internal garage that could easily be converted into Digi's new office.
Inside, there are 5 ample-sized bedrooms and a large lounge opening into a spacious dining room. There are 3 bedrooms, one of which has an ensuite.
Few properties of this sort come onto the market, and with two main doors the house can essentially be split down the middle, having Gran on one side and Digi and Emily on the other. The asking price is £1.175 million, which is 75 grand under budget.
You may have noticed, did you, that there was another door there?
Yes.
That is the annex.
Ah, it's a bungalow then?
Yes. The major work you need to do here, which is not that major really, is to open up this whole area into one fantastic...
Large space?
Yes, large space.
Okay, and then bedrooms there?
So essentially it's 5 beds at the moment, but you'd lose one in the annex if you kept that as your annex. But if you turned that into your annex, the stables...
Can you do that?
Yes.
Ah.
You've got the hard standing, and that's the main thing you need. So it's a matter of getting permission.
It's nothing that would need to be done immediately, but over time this could really improve an already strong home. One option for Digi's office could even be the garage.
So I was thinking, putting a spiral staircase down to the double garage and have that as your workspace. Does that make any sense?
It does, yeah, absolutely.
So, polar opposite to what we were just in.
Very much so.
What do you feel about the area?
The lawns are amazing. I like the bank of trees. The field is lovely. This is a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
It's new. Therefore, for me, it's slightly less character.
Yeah.
But the sound that way in that house there, that way is a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
That road noise is actually more than I have in London.
Do you think it's too much?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there isn't enough to compensate for it.
Road noise is entirely a personal thing. But onwards and upwards.
Okay.
I fear Digi's must-have list is lengthening, and she might not be prepared to compromise on any of it. My job just got harder. We're searching around the northern edge of the capital.
My family of 3 generations are leaving Highgate in London after 27 years and finding pastures new here in Hertfordshire.
Digi is leading the family search, but her lengthening wish list is proving tricky to fulfil.
That road noise is actually more than I have in London.
Do you think it's too much?
Yes.
And my couple are dreaming of finding their perfect family home somewhere close to Woodford Green. But so far, all I've been having is a nightmare. I've just turned up to find that.
And it's sold.
It serves to indicate how fast the market is.
I could really do with a bit of moral support.
I'm glad it's you. I hope you've got some good news.
Not really. Why? Are you having a bad day?
Yes. I'm having an absolute shocker.
Oh, why?
Turned up to the house, whacking great sold board outside the house.
What?
The buyer saw it on Saturday and then made an offer this morning. So there I was, stood there, and then my house hunters come along and I have to explain that to them, looking like a right monkey.
Yeah, I think monkey's a nice way of putting it. I would say total blithering idiot.
Oh, how glad am I that you phoned, dearest. However, I'm hoping my next property in Loughton more than makes up for it.
Having country walks within easy reach, Loughton is popular with families and those who need direct access to the city. In the last decade, property prices here have increased by almost 60%.
It's an area I know Rebecca and Sohail are keen on, so I'm keeping everything crossed that they like what I'm about to show them.
Just saying my prayers and hoping that that is a lucky magpie, because I need a bit of luck today. Having said that, I have found a fantastic house. However, it is in an estate environment, and that's not going to suit everyone. But if they're OK with this environment, then it should be OK with the house.
Good morning, Phil.
Good morning
How are you?
to
Lovely
you.
day, isn't it?
It's a beautiful day. Let's hope it continues. Are you well?
Yes, thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Let's just talk about where we are to start with. Estate living, but there is plenty of parking, plenty of space. We are 10-minute walk to Loughton and Debden tube stations.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this estate living?
Well,
It's a
blown
different way of
away.
living, but we
I
open-minded.
think that's a fair assumption. You're not blown away.
Yeah.
But actually, let's have a look
Yeah.
at the house.
Yeah.
Let's see, yeah.
And see what you get. Come on in.
Yeah.
If the outside isn't doing it, I hope the inside will. This immaculately presented home is in walk-in condition, just as they asked for. Downstairs, there's a large open-plan kitchen dining area that flows straight into the living room, perfect for the whole family.
Upstairs there is a large bright master bedroom and 2 doubles. Whilst there's only 1 bathroom, the loo is separate, which would make mornings that little bit easier. It's on the market for £360,000, but we'd hoped to bring it in on their £350,000 budget.
It's at the top of its game, this house. It's spotless.
I think the kitchen is one of the best kitchens that I've seen so far. I love the space, I love the light.
This is ideal actually for us.
Good. Have a look through the living room.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It's got a lovely feel.
Nice flow.
Yeah.
Nice flow.
This is perfect for us.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we're looking for.
And it's on budget and it's still available.
Positive vibes all round.
I do hope it continues upstairs.
So we have, on this floor, 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. This is the master at the front. Thought-provoking for you, Rebecca? You're worrying me.
I need to think about this.
So the things need to sink in, basically,
Yeah.
as bad as Becky's concerned, huh?
Have a look at the other bedrooms, talk amongst
Yeah.
yourselves.
Okay.
Any questions, give me a shout.
Oh dear, a little wobble, Phil?
But hopefully we're still on track.
It's a good, spacious house.
It's deceptive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's deceptive.
Yeah.
And the kids could adjust in here easily.
Easily.
Well, I seem to be attracting all the birds today. First the magpie outside, and now we've got a goose. Is this house the golden egg? Perhaps it could be. Certainly going down well inside. They both realise that it absolutely suits their needs. Rebecca is certainly on the back foot about the setting of it, though.
Good space. Bright.
Hopefully I might even have redeemed myself a little bit from yesterday's disaster.
This is fine. Oh, this is perfect kitchen for me.
I'll go and have a gander. How are you getting on?
Yeah. So you love the.
I like this property. It's neat, clean.
In fact, the layout's lovely. The flow is
Yeah.
really lovely.
Very nice flow.
I'm struggling with that building.
This is a big issue because it's there's no privacy.
I would feel that I was being watched all the time.
Should we have a walk around and explore it a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
That's a
it's
good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
See what you think.
Let's see the area.
I'm hoping a quick wander will reveal that this place actually has a lot to offer.
We are, what, 100 yards from that house, and just here is the river. There's a nature reserve.
Okay.
There's a park. There's tennis courts, running tracks. There's everything just through that fence there. Does it change anything?
How do you feel, Becky?
I'm not getting the feeling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't need to apologise.
Yeah.
We can't do anything about the realities of the marketplace because people are paying 350 odd grand to live here. So I do think you have to have a really long think about, are you ready to accept some compromises, or actually, is it too much? And you know what, we'll rent. You've been happy doing it, maybe that's the way forward. In which case it's goodbye, Phil.
I'm not quite ready to say goodbye, Phil. Maybe not just with this property.
Understand. We will absolutely keep digging, and if there is something out there, I promise you we'll find it.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
What my couple would like to buy and the reality of their budget are still poles apart, certainly for Rebecca. But if we're to crack it, my last property's got to be pretty special.
It's like I'm looking in a mirror, Pip. I need something special over here too, and quickly, as my first 2 homes haven't done it for Digi. Fortunately, my last place in Ivinghoe, Aston is a stunner. The village is a popular choice with London commuters and has good transport via the nearby towns of Tring and Leighton Buzzard. Emily's preferred school is around 45 minutes away, but that could be worth it for this picture postcard setting.
What we have here, Digi, is a pear tree. No partridge at the moment, but I can find you one if that's what's required. I suppose you could say that it's quite similar to the first property yesterday, apart from you have to do a great deal less.
OK.
Digi wants a period property, and for me this delightful 17th century cottage is full of the charm she's after. and in great condition. The ground floor has a spacious sitting room flowing through to a large kitchen.
Upstairs, there's a main bedroom with ensuite. Adjacent are 2 generously sized bedrooms and a family bathroom.
But it's the outbuildings that I have most hope for. The larger barn would be ideal for Digi's studio, and there's a near perfect granny annex in waiting. It's priced at the top of Digi's budget, on at 1.25 million.
When there's more light, it does help, doesn't it?
It really helps. And I have to say, there is absolutely nothing wrong with painting the beams white.
Yes.
They've been painted black, they can be painted white.
Absolutely. It's got a nice feel.
It's got a very
Nice
nice feel.
atmosphere.
Yeah, it's got a very nice atmosphere. It's beautifully looked after. Have a look upstairs.
Okay.
There are loads and loads of outbuildings that I want to show you, but we need to know first whether the house works. Digi's got a lot to think about. I don't know whether she would buy a house that ticked all the boxes unless she was emotionally invested in it.
Oh, that's great. The ceilings are higher here and here as well. There's the ensuite. Wow. That is a beautiful bath.
I can't quite work out what she's feeling about this house, but I think it comes closer than anything else.
Nice view of the garden. They've got a well. It's lovely.
And it seems this one is growing in appeal.
So, how was that?
It's very pretty. The room's very nice.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, the ceilings are higher than downstairs.
Yes.
Which is quite interesting. I didn't expect that.
Let's go and have a look at all these outbuildings.
Lovely.
You might be right, Phil, and I'm hoping the annex potential bolsters Digi's positivity.
What you've got, you see, is this solid structure.
Ah, OK.
It will need a bit of an upgrade, including the removal of a partition wall and new double glazing, before becoming Digi's mum's granny annex.
There's plenty of space.
It's plenty of space.
The outbuilding could be adapted to the family needs, but now it seems it's adapting the house itself that is causing her concern.
If it weren't listed, I think this potentially could be the one.
Yeah.
But because it's listed, we can't add the conservatory, we can't expand the ceiling height. There's so many restrictions.
No.
It has to stay a
It has to
small,
stay as what
cute,
it is,
old
yeah.
cottage.
I mean, looking back over the last 24 hours, these were the top 3 houses that came anywhere close to fitting the criteria. I don't think the criteria are fussy, I just think they're complicated.
With such a specific search, Digi needs to reflect on the properties we've seen and make a big decision about how best we move her house hunt forward.
Over with Rebecca and Sohail, I'm also struggling to find them a property they love.
This has been a really tough search. Not only is the market moving at incredible pace, and therefore it's been difficult to get access to properties, their budget just doesn't match the wish list. It doesn't, and Rebecca has really struggled to kind of accept that. And if she wishes to buy, she's going to have to make some choices, and tough ones. At the end of the day, I think the real problem is that they live in a very valuable place that they rent in an area that they would love to buy in, but they can't. If they wish to buy, things have to change.
However, I might have had my first bit of luck this morning. Literally 20 minutes ago, I got access to a Masonette that I'm hoping could be the one.
Found some blackberries. They're gorgeous. Might even get me out of a jam.
I hope they're open to the fruits of your labour, Pip.
Over here. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Did you have any thoughts, reflections on conversations that we had yesterday? I don't know why I'm looking at you, Rebecca, but I am looking at you.
Yeah, because I think I felt a little bit disappointed with myself, that I felt that everybody wanted me to like that property, and unfortunately it just didn't click.
Yeah. You know, it's your decision, it's your money.
Yeah.
You've got to live in it, so you've got to be comfortable, and you've got to be happy to write that check and
Yeah.
you know,
Then
pay
go
that
ahead with
mortgage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Let's see what you think of this.
Yeah.
3 beds, Masonette.
I'm excited, actually.
Come in.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
This spacious Masonette has a bright lounge and open kitchen diner.
There's a single bathroom upstairs, alongside 3 bedrooms, 2 of which are doubles. Outside, it even has its own garden that just needs a little bit of TLC.
It's a bright home in a popular spot. on the market with a guide price of £325,000 to £350,000.
Living room quietly nestled at the back here with its lovely 3 windows, which makes it really bright.
It's so much better than what I expected from the outside. I do like the fact that we're looking out onto greenery. It doesn't feel overlooked.
And it's nice and bright.
It's got a really
This is what is
nice feel.
really, I like that. Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
Because it's not, it's a Masonette. It's like, I didn't think that would be something.
Very interesting. Yeah.
I think because you've got your own front door, and you come up and then you go up to bed.
Yeah.
It kind of it feels like a house.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm actually really excited to see the rest of the property.
Come on then, let's head through.
Thank you.
You lead on.
Now, this seems more like it.
Turning left into the kitchen. Again, on the corner, views, nice and light. There is room to feed everybody.
Yeah.
Well, because there's space for a dining table, I would just increase the seating for the whole family in that
put
room.
another 2-seater or maybe a sofa come bed,
So
so
all the
that, I mean, if a guest comes, you pull it down.
And the kids don't have to fight over who gets to sit where.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you want to have a look upstairs? 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I am, yes, definitely.
Good. On your bike.
That's how you peddle a property, Pip.
Their enthusiasm has certainly stepped up a gear.
And all fitted wardrobes.
Double aspect windows, lets in lots of light.
Yeah.
Sure, I can hear positivity billowing up there, and it was great to see happy, smiling faces in the kitchen as well.
Okay, this is a really nice bathroom.
Good size.
Talk about taking it down to the wire. This really was last-minute access in here. Big signs of relief for me.
I wouldn't exhale just yet, Phil.
But this is the only bathroom.
One fly in the ointment might be access to the garden, because unfortunately there is no back door.
A large area to the rear of the property has been split amongst all the owners, so everyone gets their own little green space.
Of course, it's not ideal not having direct access, but at least you've got some outside space.
Yes.
No, it is a nice space. I mean, decent sized, not bad at all, actually.
I've actually surprised myself that the garden is not something that I'm worried about right now. I'm not that bothered.
Well, look, why don't we... you need a bit of time.
Yes, need to talk about
Yeah,
this.
we need to talk it through. However, there are 2 second viewings on this house tomorrow, but we're not rushing into anything right now.
Okay.
Maybe in half an hour. Let's go and have a drink. Come on, off to you.
This could be a huge turnaround, Phil.
Yes, but with those viewings tomorrow, they've got a big decision to make, and fast.
In North London, a tough search has led to a massive turnaround, as Rebecca and Sohail seem interested in property 4.
I'd come into this process thinking I have to have the things that I want and that I have currently in my current property.
What, the £600,000 one that you rent?
Yes.
That one?
Exactly that.
We are ready to make certain compromises, and I mean, as far as location is concerned, we love the location.
I feel very lucky that you had that realisation overnight, and then that turned up this morning as a Masonette, and a Masonette is a compromise away from a house.
Yeah, I think this property is going to work for us.
Yes, I think it will. I think we want to put down an offer.
You're doubting you even said that.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, there were times I didn't think we'd get there, but they've picked a property. Now we just need to pick a figure. It's on at a guide price of £325,000 to £350,000.
The owners had about 10 or 12 people through, and as I said, there are 2 coming tomorrow. He's not going to let it go for less than that. And he was pretty clear to me on the phone. Given that you've been searching for such a long time, and it hasn't been easy, if I was you, I would get it off the market.
Yeah.
Secure it for 325. Then we're happy with that.
Yeah.
Going in low is a bold move. But these 2 are in a strong position with nothing to sell, so it might just be enough.
David, it's Phil Spencer. Hi. We've just been having a long and detailed chat about what to do. So I'm pleased to say that they want to make you an offer. If they did that, my expectation or my hope would be that you would cancel the 2 viewings for tomorrow. And with that in mind, they then eventually said, OK, we would pay 325 today. OK, fine.
The agent now needs to put our offer to the vendor. We can only wait.
For Digi, the houses we've seen have all ticked some boxes, just not enough. And now she and daughter Emily need to plan for the next part of their search.
Have we found one? No. No.
Because I would have loved for you to have turned up at the end of the day and for us to have said, we got it, done.
This is it.
This is it. That would have been fantastic. I'm sorry we've disappointed you. What we're searching for is that middle bit in the Venn diagram. And it's not easy to find.
Remember, the house that we're looking for is quite special.
When we met, Digi hadn't viewed anything in person, but now I think the more she sees, the clearer her search will become. And until then, they can dream.
What's the thing you want most from a new house?
Definitely water. That's my favourite thing. A big tree to make a lot of creations like tree houses and swings.
A zip line.
Into your bedroom?
Yeah, do from
Into
one.
my bedroom.
Maybe out of your bedroom.
Yes.
Not sure about. I think into your bedroom might be a bit more of a problem. I tell you one thing: if you do go to a place or see something, or want to ring me up and say, "What do you think?" You're very welcome. So I think probably I have to wish you good luck. Do you ever do cheers?
We do indeed.
Yes,
Thank you so
okey-doke.
much. Thanks, Kirstie. It's been
Not
brilliant.
at all. Thank you.
We learnt so much. We'll give you a ring. Oops.
I'll be looking forward to the call.
For Rebecca and Sohail, the agent has passed their offer of $325,000 to the vendor. But is it enough to cancel upcoming viewings and secure the property?
Yeah. Yeah. You'd accept it?
Yes.
Brilliant. It is a serious offer, David. If you'll take that off the market, we'll swap solicitor details. 325. Deal done.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. Well
Excellent.
done. Happy faces here. They're delighted.
Thanks, Phil. Thank you.
Brilliant.
All wonderful.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Yeah, well done you.
The end of your house hunt.
Thank you.
Finally, after years of renting and over a year of searching, Rebecca and Sohail finally have their new home, and just in time for their 30th wedding anniversary. Great news for the whole family.
Hello. Good news. We just bought a house.
Five weeks on, Digi and Emily's search continues, but with expanded horizons.
Initially, we were just looking at Hertfordshire, but now we've been able to expand into Oxfordshire and Hampshire because we've found 2 other schools that would be appropriate, and we hope to find something there.
And there's been a breakthrough of sorts, as Digi now realises compromise is key to her search.
Some of the houses we've seen have had magnificent gardens and lands, but the house has been slightly smaller. So if there is a possibility to expand on the house, then that would be a fantastic option.
But that's not the only realisation from their search.
I'd like to say thank you very much to Kirstie for all her help. I'm very grateful for giving me the confidence to look elsewhere.
And Digi isn't the only one feeling inspired.
For Emily, this was an absolutely fantastic experience. She's also said to me that she wants to become an architect when she grows up. So that would be great if that is what she wants to do.
And hopefully it won't be long till they're both making plans at their new home.
As for Rebecca and Sohail, they're itching to move into their Masonette in Hillyfields.
We will be relieved when we finally get to walk into our home.
It's just waiting game, basically.
With 8 weeks until they expect their keys, they're busy making plans for the new pad.
We're definitely going to change the colour scheme, I think. Even though it's immaculate condition, it is a little bit dated.
And of course, down the line, we will make another bathroom there.
I hope
Yeah.
that we can get permission to put a toilet in somewhere.
We've got our fingers crossed.
But who needs luck when Phil was leading your search?
He was really calm and he was prepared to listen, which is something that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sahil. All you needed was a fresh pair of eyes and ears.
And I think Phil did a fantastic job and we got a good result out of it.
Yeah, we got a really
So
good
that's what it
result.
is, it's 100%.
Well, that was the result we all wanted. Good luck to them in their new home.